In this After Effects tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to create this camera shake effect that you see on the screen. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe so that you don't miss the upcoming tutorials. Enjoy watching. Open After Effects, create a new composition with the settings, click OK. And I already imported the project file that I'm gonna be using for this, so I'll drag this here. You can use your own background. So now I'll have text tool selected and then type in your text. Align this horizontally and then move it up or down if you need to. And then while having this layer selected, I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate the text, and then with Move tool I move it down, double click on it, rename it, and then double click on it again, and then give this a different color, click OK. And now I'll press Y, or just over here we select the anchor point tool, and then for shake I move this up here, I move the anchor point up, and then for camera I do the opposite for it, I move it down. And I do this because when I scale it up, when I apply a scale effect to this, it will scale down from the bottom side. It will make sense when I do it in a little, so I'll do it right now. So I'll press S and then set a keyframe on scale and move by 5 frames, set another keyframe. Now go to the beginning and then scale it up. So as you can see, we scale it up until we can see it on the camera, and now it will come from the bottom. And now we do the same for camera, press S, apply, set a keyframe on it for scale, and then go to 5 frames, set another one, set another keyframe and go to the beginning, and then we scale it up until we can see it on the camera. So now I'll press Ctrl A to select the whole thing and then close the settings for everything, and with Move tool I select shake layer and then move this onto the right side so I don't get distracted by it for now. And I'm gonna turn this all to 3D objects, and if you don't see this, then just press F4 and then it will show up. So now I can just right click, go to new, and then create a camera with the settings, click OK, and then right click again. This time we create a null object, and then I'll press enter, rename this to controller. This will control the camera, and now I turn this into 3D object as well, and then parent camera to it. And now go to FX and presets, add this effect, slider control. So double click on it, add to controller, and then press P for position, and then alt click on stopwatch icon, and then type in this expression. Leave a space and then parent this into slider. So we got this expression, nothing complex. Click somewhere over here, and then we can animate the slider. So now right after it lands here at 5th frame, we set a keyframe on slider and then move by 2 frames. So I'll press page down twice to move by 2 frames, and then change this slider to 90. So as you can see, the background, we need to fix the background here, so I'll press S and then scale it up so it doesn't get affected. So we got this camera movement here, so I'll go back to controller and then I'll press U to view the keyframes, and now move by 10 frames. So shift page down to move by 10 frames, and then change this slider to 0. So we got this shake effect. And then I'm gonna take the shake layer, move it over here until the first camera shake effect ends. So this one lands after shake layer, this one lands, and then I'll just, whenever it ends, so I'll press U to view the keyframe, so it ends here. I'll copy this keyframes, I'll press Ctrl C and then paste it over here. So Ctrl V to paste all of this over here whenever it ends for shake. And then I'll select all of these keyframes, press F9 to easy ease. So we have this type of effect. And now I can just, we want to give this, while it's moving, we want to give this a blur effect. So we go to effects and presets and type in pixel motion blur. Apply it not into controller but to the text. So select camera layer and then apply it to the text, and then change the shutter angle to 90. And then we copy this, Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste it here. So let's have a look at it now. Yeah, it's a heavy effect, it can take some time to render. And now I'm just gonna select camera layer here and then apply, go to effects and presets and then type in drop shadow and then apply it into the text. I'm gonna set the opacity of it to 75 and set direction to 180, increase distance a little, and then increase the softness. And then I'll copy this, Ctrl C, and then do the same, paste it here. And now we can render it and have a look at the animation. So this is what we get after it's rendered.